Hey all, welcome back to Motoramblings. I'm Patrick, and today I'm riding Copper, my 2012 Suzuki VStrom, and I am here with Frank, because we're going to talk about Nelson Rigg bags, luggage specifically. Now Frank, you've done a lot with Nelson Rigg. Tell me a little bit about them.
I have done a lot with them. As I just told you a moment ago, I bought a Nelson Rigg bag, had to be 7 years ago now.
Okay.
I needed a tank bag. I'd never owned a tank bag, and I bought it because it was inexpensive.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of Nelson Rigg. I'd never heard of anyone who made tank bags. So
Right.
I'm shopping value. And that bag, while it wasn't waterproof, and I found out that I'm very bad at putting the cover on it or even having the cover with me, the bag worked great. So fast forward, and I'm now riding my 2020 390 Adventure, and I'm realizing that my stuff's getting wet a lot. It's getting wet a lot. I need to change this. So I went looking for, at the time I was watching a famous YouTuber on the West Coast who was affiliated with a brand. And I'm like, I like the looks of that bag. Sure, maybe I'll just go order that bag. Mm-hmm. I found out that bag was 4 times what I paid for my last tank bag, and I wasn't ready to do that.
Wow, yeah.
I was like, I want waterproof. I want a new modern zipper that isn't going to get filled with dust and have problems. But wow, I don't want to pay that.
I'm with you on that.
So I went looking for something else. I'm like, there has to be some Chinese company that'll sell me a bag that'll be just fine. And I stumbled across lots of those. Mm-hmm. But I also stumbled across Nelson Rigg. And at this point, I didn't even know who made my bag anymore.
Okay.
And then as soon as I realized, oh, Nelson Rigg has waterproof bags, that's what my bag was. It was a Nelson Rigg.
Right.
It's still working.
It must be pretty good then.
I'll just buy one of those. And so I ordered my first waterproof, it's their Hurricane line, my first waterproof Nelson Rigg bag. And gone was the problem of Frank not remembering to even bring
the waterproof cover.
The waterproof cover. And I was sold on their gear at that point. I'm like, I don't have to think about it. All I have to do is just put it on the bike. It'll always be waterproof. It'll always be fine. You know, I read the fine print. We have a lifetime warranty. And I'm like,
lifetime warranty is a good thing, but who uses it?
Well, I've never turned in a warranty for a bag. I mean... So I kept that one for a while, and then I noticed a lot of people are getting hurt with hard cases.
Yes.
And I've got Happy Trails hard cases on my bike.
And that injury is usually lower leg snapping.
Yes. So my thought was, I don't want to be that guy. I think it's time to start looking at soft bags. And my frugal nature sent me to Tusk Pilot bags.
Okay. That's your frugal nature?
That was my frugal. At the time, they were the least expensive bags you could get. They were very inexpensive. What I didn't read when I ordered them, though, was the weight. Mm-hmm. Those bags were an incredibly heavy, durable nylon, and they weighed many pounds each.
No kidding.
For them. They were just incredibly heavy. And they had waterproof liners, and those waterproof liners worked for the most part.
For the most part?
Yes.
Is that what you're looking for?
No, not really.
Okay.
What I found was it was incredibly convenient to take the bag open, take out the waterproof liner, and throw it on the ground. And leave it there, and that was how I stored my stuff while moto camping.
Right.
And I noticed after time that they had multiple holes in them. It wasn't really working out. So I had a nylon bag that water could go through, and now I had waterproof bags
that had holes.
That had holes in them. And while I could have ordered more bags, I'm like, I'm just going to do this again. They lasted 1 year, and now I've got water on my gear. I'm not going to spend $40 and do it. I'm just going to waterproof bags.
Makes sense.
And I already knew that they were going to be a little more expensive. But I found out that the Nelson Rigg bags were on sale like every couple of months.
Okay.
So if I waited patiently, they'd drop $50, and they would even be $10 lower than I paid for my pilot bags.
Wow. Okay.
So my second type of bag was the Sierra Nelson Rigg soft saddlebags,
Okay. Which are waterproof.
which are 100% waterproof and all metal fasteners.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
As a person who has broken a fastener or two on many different things, I was really happy to have those.
Same here. I actually have a carabiner because I broke some of the nylon.
And I had great luck with those bags, but they had one small problem. They didn't look cool enough.
Looks are gotta be most important.
By this point, like all the major manufacturers were coming out with the soft bags designed to be a square or a rectangle and look like a hard bag.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I'm sorry, they look cooler. They just look cooler.
I'm so glad that I've never been into looks.
Yeah. So I went ahead and I said to myself, my bags are perfect. My bags work great, but they don't look cool enough. And Nelson Rigg had released the Hurricane saddlebags.
Okay.
And they had the stiffener that holds them and makes them look like a great looking solid bag, even if there's nothing in there. And I'm like, I gotta do it. And I went ahead and I bought them. And right off the bat, these fastened to my racks better because they had more fasteners. They came around the sides. You could tighten them up better, so my bags didn't have. And again, you're not superficial, but there's a droop.
Yes, there is a droop.
Less expensive bags have a bit of a droop, and it doesn't look fantastic.
And I've had people comment on my droop.
Yes. So I upgraded for purely aesthetic reasons.
Okay. Hey, people do it all the time.
People do it all the time.
Yep.
But I was pleasantly surprised that, again, I could strap them on tighter. I felt that they were holding onto the bike better. And more importantly, they also had straps across the top, which allowed me to put dry bags up on top. So if I was going on a multi-day trip, not only did I have everything that Hurricanes would hold themselves, I could now put another bike or another bag on top, strap it down, and carry even more. And that allowed me to carry a nicer camp chair because I had extra room up there.
Yeah.
I carried a bike cover in the other side. I carried a stand in there. Just little things to make a multi-day trip better by the fact that the Hurricane bags would hold more.
Yep. Makes sense. Yep, I get that. Now, have you ever worked with their lifetime warranty?
I actually have.
Okay.
I have used it not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Really? And how did it go?
Well, the first time I had never used any warranty for a bag. I had at one point called about a bag that I had, and they basically said, we don't have that bag anymore. Nothing we can do for you. Which, you know, it was at least 3 or 4 years old. I understand that they don't carry it anymore. But I did know that Nelson Rigg still sold these bags.
Okay.
So when my tank bag had a minor split where the zipper was, I gave them a call, and they're like, okay, you're going to need to follow some steps. Go to our website, fill out the form. It's going to ask you to attach proof of purchase and the damage done.
Okay.
So I filled in the information. I was clear as to what happened to the bag, which in this case was basically standard use. It's a tank bag. You know?
Right. You zip
I
it,
open
zip
it,
it,
I
zip it,
close
zip
it.
it. Yeah.
That's all that happened. And during one of those zips, I noticed I've got a gap.
Okay.
And they asked me to prove that I destroyed the bag so that I'm not paying for 1 and getting 2. And I would say I documented this on my YouTube channel. I can't remember it exactly, but I know it was under a week between filling out the form and providing the requested information. Again, only 2 pieces. Not
Okay.
bad.
I want to go back to the proof of purchase. Did you have your receipt from when you first bought it?
No, I merely had to show they have a hidden tag at the bottom of the tank bag.
Aha. Okay.
So if it's ever been warranted before and someone tried to repair it or something, I guess they can tell that this bag is in new condition.
Okay.
So no, they didn't request that I actually have a receipt.
That's a good thing because who saves receipts?
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I could prove a receipt because I buy everything on Amazon now.
Oh, well, there you go.
I
Yeah,
could
that's
go back
true.
and get it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, proof of purchase perhaps isn't the best way to put it. Proof that the bag has not been warranted previously, because you need to show that cut off. One of the things is, this is the proof the bag's never been warranted. You need to
Cut it
take
off,
it off.
and show the bag has been destroyed.
Correct.
And then they sent you a new one?
Yeah, less than a week, I had another tank bag sitting on my bike.
Wow. Well, the reason I ask all this is because just recently, my Nelson Rigg tank bag that I've had for at least 6-7 years, but is a 10-year-old bag, had the same thing, the zipper. When I'd zip it, it would stay unzipped. So the bag wasn't holding anything anymore. Now, I've had that bag on the bike pretty much nonstop. I rarely ever take it off for 6 or 7 years. All the weather I've been in, how many times I've dropped the bike in the mud, in the rain, in the sun, just beating on it, parked somewhere. I never did much of anything to take care of it. Well, I thought, well, it's Nelson Rigg. I'd watched your videos and I'd seen this lifetime warranty thing, and everything you've said about Nelson Rigg makes me think, great company, great customer service. Let's see. So I actually skipped the phone call because of your videos. I knew I had to go online, and I went to Nelson Rigg and I sent them, under their warranty tab. I did everything that Frank just talked about, except my bag was so old, it didn't have one of those tags on the inside. I could not find it. So when I sent the pictures of the bag and the damage, I left a message saying that I can't find a tag. Well, I didn't expect much because it's an old bag. I wasn't taking care of it. I just figured I'd give it a shot. The very next morning, I checked my email and I had a message from Nelson Rigg. And the first thing the message said is, wow, we haven't sold that bag since 2014, which was kind of funny, but at the same time, I thought, okay, well, I'm getting nothing. They said, we don't sell it anymore, but we have this other tank bag, which I believe is the one that you have. If you're okay with it, we'll send a direct replacement or we'll give you credit to the store. And I thought, really? That's crazy. So I sent him a thing back. I said, yeah, send it to me. It's a smaller bag, but I don't care. It's going to be waterproof and I don't need all that extra room. And it's supposed to be at my house today. I'd have it on the bike, except this guy wanted me to meet him for lunch. And I wanted to talk to Frank because I know he does a lot with Nelson Rigg, and I wanted to put it out there on video that Nelson Rigg honors their lifetime warranty. And it was pretty incredible. I was extremely happy that no receipt, no tag, no proof of purchase whatsoever, other than the fact I had the pictures of it. And they were like, okay, we're good. Here's your new bag. So the whole point of this video is that we have two guys here that can't speak highly enough about Nelson Rigg at this point. I will be replacing my saddlebags very soon with Nelson Rigg because now that I've dealt with them the way I just have, I'm very impressed.
There's something to be said for a lifetime warranty that has been backed up.
Yes.
I have many products with a lifetime warranty. Nelson Rigg is the one I know honors that warranty.
Yes.
It's not a line on the website. In practice, it works.
Yeah. And it's not somebody who's getting paid or endorsed by the company saying it works. I paid for everything with Nelson Rigg. They don't know I'm doing this. I've never gotten a product from them or anything. They honored it. Even though, as far as I know, they have no clue.
A 10-year-old bag.
Yeah. And as far as I know, they have no idea I'm even a YouTube personality or anything. So they did it for me. And I am thrilled to death, and I wanted to share it.
Good deal.
Good deal.
It's good to have the company support the product.
Yep. So,
we pay a lot for these things.
I'm going to pay a lot for the saddlebags at some point, and I'm going to feel very comfortable about it because I know it's going to have a lifetime warranty. Thank you all for watching. I hope everyone can stay well, stay safe, but most of all, stay happy, y'all.
Happy? I'm a biker. I'm not happy.
This is the guy who always wants me to give the mean look when I'm doing thumbnails or something.
No, he has the mean look when he's not on camera.
Oh, right. See y'all.